Check tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your first purchase with TCG Center 5 code. You can also trade your Pokemon bulk for a new Sun.
How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at the deck in the standard format. So this is definitely one of the best decks that you can play with the current Sun and Moon expansion. It's the Darkrai Giratina Salamence deck. So 11 Pokemon, 36 trainer cards, and 13 energies. Of course, this is going to be the Dark Pool's main attacker Darkrai, and of course with the backup attackers you can also have Chaos Wheel. You can use the Beastly Fang or Mad Bull and Rage with the Tauros-GX, so you have plenty of different options to play this deck around, and this is one of my favorite decks in the format. So it's definitely Tier 1 deck. Just wondering how strong it is. It's definitely Tier 1 in my opinion. So 2 Shaymin-EX for the setup and 1 Hoopa-EX for that countering. These 3 Pokemons are mainly for the setup, and in addition to that I'm running 2 copies of Giratina-EX with that Vengeance Pulse and Chaos Wheel. Vengeance Pulse is strong against Mega Evolutions. Chaos Wheel is also strong against decks that actually depend on those special energies like Passimians and Mew, for example, or West Queen versions of the deck. Darkrai-EX with the Dark Pulse and the Fighting Fury Belt is the one-hit knockout Pokemon. As many energies that you can have and play, that many damage counters you can actually strike with the Dark Pool GX. On the other side, with the Ninja Boy, you can also surprise your opponent and simply use the Rage or Mad Bull GX for the one-hit knockout. And of course, one baby Yveltal is here just in case if we stuck without energies in play, and we can just power them up with the Oblivion Wing. Salamence-GX, Beastly Fang, also very strong against decks like a Mega Mewtwo. If your opponent runs Mega Mewtwo deck and if he set up 5 EX Pokemons on the bench, you can simply have that Double Dragon Energy, Max Elixir to the Salamence-EX, or even Ninja Boy to the Salamence Escape Rope and go for the one-hit knockout from turn to turn without too many problems with the Beastly Fang. So I kind of like the Salamence GX in this build. In addition to that, running of course 2 copies of Escape Ropes, simply because it's very strong against opponents who can't one-hit knock at your Pokemons, and you can simply Escape Rope your active Darkrai to the another one and switch between Dark Pulses and go for the one-hit knockout from turn to turn. 4 Max Elixirs for maximum energy acceleration, of course. 1 copy of Super Rod without special charge, unfortunately, so only with the Super Rod I can recycle any of my Pokemons. 3 of my Pokemons are basic energies in combination. 3 Trainers Mails, 4 Ultra Balls, and 4 VE Seekers, of course, for the best consistency. And only 1 Stadium, which is a Parallel City. So I can get rid of my Shaymin from the bench and Hoopa, but I can also discard some of my damaged Pokemons without too many problems. Also running 1 Delinquent, so I can simply discard a Stadium from play. Very important, just in case if you play against Parallel City, you're not going to be able to play your Parallel City, so if your bench space is limited, you can always play Delinquent and discard opponent's Stadium from play, and also force him to discard 3 cards, which can be definitely powerful. 1 Hex Maniac, 1 Lysander, 1 Ninja Boy, 1 Olympia, of course, 1 Pokemon Ranger, and 1 Professor Kukui. All these trainer cards, actually supporter cards, are here for the support. With Kukui you can drop 2 cards and add 20 damage counter. With Hex Maniac you can shut down your opponent abilities. Lysander, we all know, is very important to have, simply because you can Lysander opponent bench Pokemon. Pokemon Ranger is here just if you're gonna face maybe mirror match with the Chaos Wheel and with Jolteon. Flash Ray, but still against Jolteon we can just Escape Rope and Lysander, so it's not a big deal. Ninja Boy mainly to swap between Pokemons in play. The good thing about Ninja Boy is that we can even swap between Hoopa and Shaymin to any other Pokemon, or even if we start with the Shaymin we can always Ninja Boy Shaymin to something else and then Ultra Ball for that Ninja Boy again, for that Shaymin-EX again. Olympia is here. Even if I'm running 2 Escape Ropes and the Flowstone, I always like to have Olympia, simply because it can switch one of my Pokemons and also heal 3 damage counters from him. In addition to that, 7 draw supporters, 3 of them of course are going to be Ans and 4 of them are going to be Professor Sycamores. Running in addition to that 3 tools cards, 2 Fighting Fury Belts and 1 Flowstone, and 13 energies in total. 4 of them Double Dragon energies and 9 basic darkness energies. Of course, if you're looking for any of these cards, you can find them on ccgcastle.com. With TCG Center 5 code, you can get 5% discount on your first purchase. If you're looking to trade your old bulk for the upcoming Guardian Raising booster box, you can also do that. You can find the link in my video description, so make sure to check that because it's available worldwide. So let's do one game test so you can actually see how deck will perform in action. I hope you're gonna hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. It's gonna definitely help me out, so see you in the game.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay, so starting with the Tauros-GX in the active position. First of all, let's see what you can find with the Trainer's Mail. Professor Sycamore. Alright. This is gonna be Ultra Ball for Sycamore, one more Sycamore. And I'm gonna grab something like Hoopa here. Okay. So, Hoopa-EX. For one Darkrai, one Giratina, one Shaymin. Alright, there we go. I'm definitely going to power up my Giratina if that's somehow possible. So I can mainly have that Chaos Wheel turn 2 in play available. That's gonna be Shaymin for like 5. And basically I'm just looking for... Oh, Escape Rope is here, another Darkrai is here. Max Elixir is there, so one energy for my Darkrai. In addition to that, I'm gonna play my Escape Rope. I'm gonna escape down to my Giratina. I'm gonna Sycamore for 7. Mainly I had opportunity to escape down to my Giratina and I decided to do that simply because if I stuck with the Tauros in the front without chance to escape, that's not gonna be good. So there is one Bursting Balloon and Acrobike, and it's a Zygarde and Passimian deck on the other side, so that's gonna be interesting for sure to watch, especially because I'm gonna play against Weakness. Playing against Weakness, of course, the best option for you is to use the advantage of Giratina-EX, Chaos Wheel, and limit your opponent opportunities from playing those special energies, stadiums, and tools. And he also ran that Carbon Break in his deck, so Acrobike, couple Acrobikes and couple Trainer's Mails for my opponent. Looks like not a good start for him, simply because he have 2 Zygardes and 1 Passimian prized. And that's like a nightmare for any player. 1 Super Rod, alright, so he can recover that Mew and Carbon Break, and then Sycamore for 7, discarding Fighting Energy and pretty much nothing else. Speaking about Carbon Break, it's a very good card because it can actually power up energies from Disco Pile, and they can even be special energies even if your opponent uses Chaos Wheel. So that's just insanely strong. There is one Nest Ball for 1 Carbink. Alright. So what he can do here, he can just promote that Carbink with a Safeguard in the active position. And I'm not gonna be able to attack with my Giratina, which is just a nightmare for me on the other side. But I'm definitely gonna play my Sycamore here, discarding so many viable resources in search of the Hex Maniac, and I'm not gonna find it. Well, that's not good. That's definitely not good. I mean, at least I can Chaos Wheel. And yeah, I mean, he's not gonna be able to play special energies, stadiums, or tools. He can still have that basic energy attachment. But if you run those, let's say, okay, there is another fighting energy attached, so maybe he just decided to go with that power gem. Alright, so second Bursting Balloon discarded. Will there be a Carbon Break or maybe a couple Passimians? Nope, just a power gem for like a 40. Alright. Which means right now, at least, I can knock out one of his Muse in play with my Chaos Wheel for 110. Okay, so there is a Max Elixir, that's fine. Of course, Hex Maniac is very important against Carbing Break, but also Lysander can help a lot. So there is Bridget, which means that right now he can set up 2 more Passimians, maybe even 1 more Carbink on his bench, and with more Carbinks in play, of course, and that's gonna be even harder for me. But still, as long as I can prevent him from being able to play those special energies, I'm gonna be fine, just because he can strike for like 40 per turn, and there's another power gem for like a 40. Top deck is just a darkness energy, so let's see what we can find with the Max Elixir. Unfortunately nothing, but I see the sign of the Hex Maniac here, so I'm definitely gonna play that N. I'm gonna draw 5 new cards, but I hope I can somehow find that Hex Maniac. Nope. At least there is Professor Kukui for next turn. I think I should actually better go with the VA Seeker for the knockout against one of his Passimians on the bench. I think that should be actually a much smarter decision. Right now he actually have access to the Carbing Break, and he can start to use... Oh, even worse, there is 1 Enhanced Hammer and 1 Acrobike. Of course, I could always promote my Tauros simply because he's not EX, he's GX. Right now, don't want to do that, don't want to play with my Tauros. I think somehow I'm gonna just use it for the late game. That's 1 power gem. It's gonna be for 2 energies on the Passimian. Still, team play will not be enough for the knockout, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna attach energy. I'm gonna play my Professor Kukui for 2. There is a Super Rod and a N. Ultra Ball for Ranger and 1 Yveltal. Pretty much just for nothing. Then I'm gonna of course use that Super Rod. Recycle back my Yveltal and 2 Shaymins. And continue using my Chaos Wheel. Alright, so I definitely need that Hex Maniac. Another power gem. So without too much thinking for my opponent, he just strike me for 40. There is a V Seeker as the top deck for me. I think somehow I'm gonna need that V Seeker. Oh, there's a Ninja Boy. Can I swap Giratina with something? No, the answer is no. Unfortunately, just another Chaos Wheel. Unfortunately, just another Chaos Wheel. This is so painful right now because I didn't even pull another Hex Maniac here, but at least I have VA Seeker for the Lysander, which I'm definitely going to use this turn against his Passimian with 2 energies on the bench, no doubt about that. But he can even decide to retreat right now, maybe. And use that team play, which can go for 70 right now. And right now, if he decides to do that, he can actually have the knockout against my Giratina, which is very important because then he can draw 2 prize cards, which can be another Passimian and Zygarde, or even better, V Seeker. But let's see if he's gonna do that. I think he is definitely going to do that, and that's the best actually option he can do right now. But at least then I'm gonna have the Darkrai available for attack. Oh, he decided to use Escape Rope. So with the team play, he can attack for like 30, 60, 70. 10 plus, that's 70. Of course he can, yeah, let's go with the Tauros in the front for now. Let's go with the Tauros in the front for now. Of course I can't attack with him, but still. Team play for like 140. Alright, what I'm gonna top deck here, just a Shaymin-EX. Not good at all. Not good at all. Yeah, V Seeker, which is gonna be for N. That N is gonna be 4. Let's see, double Dragon Energy, Escape Rope. Okay, at least I managed to pull Escape Rope here. And it's very important right now that I have Tauros-GX in play with 140 damage counters. Simply because of the fact that I can actually attack with him with the Rage. And of course, Carving Break is going to be promoted in the active position, no doubt about that. But right now, I'm going to just promote my Darkrai, and I'm going to use my Dark Pulse. Of course, it's going to be ineffective. But still, right now he have opportunity to attach maybe even strong energy and go for the knockout against my Darkrai with his team play Passimian on the bench with a single shot. Nope, just a power gem for like of 80. Alright, that's fine. That's just perfectly fine because I have right now that V Seeker, which I'm definitely going to use for that Passimian on the bench. I can even attach one more energy just to have more damage counters here. 180. One prize, which is going to be a Float Stone. All right, that's even good. That's even good card, a Float Stone. So another Carving Break in the active position, which means he can go with that Power Gem once again, but I'm desperately looking forward for that Hex Maniac, and I hope I can actually top deck it, because if I top deck Hex Maniac, that's actually gonna help me a lot. So again, Power Gem can go for like 80, with the Fighting Fury Belt even versed, I can go for much more. There is one double Course Energy. And Tauros-GX, alright, so there is a Tauros-GX on his bench, so that's the 2 prize knockout. But team play and Bursting Balloon. Alright, so that's like a 80. That's like a 80, and I have actually Giratina-EX with 210 HP available. Don't see the reason why I wouldn't do that. I mean, I can go exactly for 110, and plus I can still have some damage counters some HP available to survive, so that Chaos will be enough for the knockout. And I'm gonna grab one more prize, which is gonna be the Max Elixir. Alright, that might also be a very important card here, Max Elixir, especially if I can find energy card. So I can maybe even power up my Tauros here, and I can go for the one-hit knockout against his Carving, but I'm definitely not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna promote my Darkrai with 2 energies, attach Flowstone to him. Diamond Gift, of course, for the knockout, so let's see which 2 prize cards he's gonna grab. I think maybe one Passimian and maybe one V Seeker here. But not sure, maybe even Trainer's Mail and Passimian, so Passimian and Zygarde. Let's see. Darkrai. Top deck is just Darkness Energy, which is actually very good top deck. So I'm gonna Float Stone down to the Yveltal. And this is gonna be 1 Oblivion Wing 430 and 1 energy to be attached down to my Tauros-GX. But I'm very afraid about seeing that Lysander play from my opponent. I'm actually doing pretty well, but I still didn't find a Hex Maniac, and even if I find Hex Maniac right now, it's just late for that Hex Maniac play. So that's gonna be retreat down to the Towers, and of course Horn deck for like a 60. Alright, that's fine. So he decided to go with the Horn attack for like a 60. I'm gonna top deck Max Elixir here. I'm gonna top deck Ninja Boy here, which means I can Ninja Boy my Yveltal into the Shaymin I can even go for the 2-prize knockout here. Oh, but that Max Elixir was a big deal, big bust. I didn't find what I was looking for, and I was looking basically for that energy card here. Well, one more energy to be attached to my Tauros. Yeah, I could definitely use the knockout and that Ninja Boy play for the Shaymin-EX, so I can have one retreat cost and one retreat. Mad Bull GX, of course, for the knockout here. Mad Bull GX for the knockout here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 energies. That's not enough. That's not enough. But what is enough here is the fact that I can actually Mad Bull him for so many damage counters. And still, before I do that, I'm gonna swap my Darkrai with the Giratina. And I'm gonna attach, or not to attach yet, that energy. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And carbon keys are like 110. Tell you what, who cares? Mad Bull GX for the knockout. If my opponent have access to the Enhanced Hammer, then he clearly win this game, but if he don't have, then he actually lose this game, no matter what he can promote in the active position. Simply because I have the Hex Maniac, so only thing that can actually save him right now is gonna be N and Enhanced Hammer. But if there's not gonna be N and Enhanced Hammer, or at least any one of these two cards, that's gonna be the GG. He might pull somehow a turn or two, simply Lysandering my Giratina, but I still have one energy available, which means I can even retreat that Giratina and knock out his Carbink or any other Pokemon with that Rage. Of course, if he promotes Zygarde, well, that's gonna be something not expectable. But he didn't do that, and I can just say well played. Actually, at the end, I finally pulled that Hex Maniac for the victory here, and it actually takes me the ages to do that. Actually, it took me the ages to do that. But I'm still wondering where are those strong energies in my opponent deck. He doesn't run a single strong energy, and actually those strong energies were something that he was need. Trainer's Mail, let's see what we can even find with the Trainer's Mail. Oh, be a Seeker, look at this. I can even be a Seeker for the week 3 here. Or I can simply play the Hex Maniac. And to grab the knockout with the Dark Pulse for 120 and take my last prize. So yeah, I managed to win against weakness, but I must actually admit that my opponent would probably smash me if he ran those strong energies. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So that was my version of the Darkrai Giratina Salamence deck that I currently play. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, so we'll definitely see you in the next time. Have a nice day, and goodbye.